Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. So we're up to Siman Reish Nun Gimel Seif Daled. Now, in yesterday's shiur, we spoke about what if a person sees that his Dafina, his Chamin, is burning on Shabbat. So what could you do to figure it out? So the Shulchan Aruch yesterday spoke about lifting up your pot and putting another pot there, an empty pot, so that it distances from the fire and it'll take longer to burn, etc. So another method, and we've spoken about this before, but here's the place to speak about in the Shulchan Aruch, is what about adding water into your Dafina on Shabbat? So the Shulchan Aruch says, Yesh limchot, one should, what's mocheh, should announce that this person shouldn't do this. Beyad hanoagim latmin mi be'od those that they are matmin, they insulate in advance, on Friday, they insulate kumkum shel mayim chamim, a thing of water, that's hot water, they insulate it before Shabbat to keep it hot. V'notnim otam letoch ha'kedera b'Shabbat kishatavshil mitztamek. That and they pour from that water into the kedera, into the chamin, into the item, into the food. When they see that their food is going to be mitztamek and get drier and drier, they pour some water in. Says the Shulchan Aruch, Yesh limchot. One should, say that, make a macha, make an announcement that this shouldn't be done. So number one is, he doesn't say it's asur, he says Yesh limchot. That's number one. Number two, the Mishnah Brura, the Ashkenazim, the Chafetz Chaim says, and he brings down from the Ramah and the later spot, that the Ashkenazim are lenient in this. Because what's happening here is the water in the Shulchan Aruch's case is hot, that your Chamin is hot, your Dafina is hot, and nevertheless the Shulchan Aruch says not to do it. The Raman Ashkenazim say that even if it's not even yet solidable, even if it's warm, it could still be done, and that's where the Ashkenazim rule. So what's with us? It seems like it's quite stringent. So the Rabbanim from Morocco, Rabbi Shalom Asas, and others, they go with the Ashkenazim on this. They say that the minhag was like the Ashkenazim in this situation, that you could add hot water to your dafina, your chamin, if you see that it's burning. The Or Letzion, Rabbi Ben Zion Bashaul, also says that there's those that are lenient and they could rely on their leniency. Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, though, and others are quite stringent, just like the Shulchan Aruch is on this. And even if the water is yad solidable, even if the water is boiling hot, even if you're pouring it into your chamin, which is still boiling, we're talking about here that's boiling hot on the fire, still he says not to do it because you're cooking that water. Now, if your dafina, if your chamin is now on the plate, or it's in a kli sheni, now I've taken it out, I put it in the serving pot, and I see it's a little bit dry. There, it's not an issue to add hot water because it's not on a cooking source. It's a kli sheni. If I add hot water there, it's not being cooked. It's getting cooler and cooler. So that's fine. But to add it on the spot where it's getting cooked, then that's an issue according to Rav Ovadia Yosef. He does say that if a person does do this, then it is not an issue. Like you could eat it, but one shouldn't do it. The Yaakov Yosef brings down an interesting way of how you could fulfill this. He says like this: he says, make your dafina and take a Ziploc or a plastic bag before Shabbat, fill it up with water, and put that in your dafina as well. So now your dafina is cooking, and in there is a thing of water, and your assumption is that it's not going to break. So Shabbat morning comes. Now you look at your dafina and you say, okay, if it's good, take out the bag of water and that's it. If it's not good, then you could poke a hole into the side of the bag of water and the water could drip into your thing, and that's fine because it was cooking with it the whole time. It's not like I'm pouring it from somewhere else. So that's the Rav Yitzchak Yosef's way out. And there's actually a story. Where do you get those plastic bags from? Those special plastic bags? That's a good question. But and there's a story that I once heard. I think I mentioned this before. That Rav Yitzchak Yosef, he has a yeshiva, and actually he was the past chief rabbi. The current chief rabbi is Rav David Yosef. The immediate past chief rabbi just from a year ago, and the 10 years prior was Yitzchak Yosef. He actually might be coming to Toronto soon. I don't want to say so much details, hopefully, and we could have a nice selichot together. Bezrat Hashem, it's in the works. But Rav Yitzchak Yosef, author of the Yosef, he's a Rosh Yeshiva as well. And the story goes that Friday night they came to him and they said that the Dafina for Shabbat morning for the whole yeshiva, it's like burning almost. And I don't know, the person that put it on was too high. We have to figure out what to do. What should we do? Now, there was no water in the bag, even though that was his patent, even though that was his idea, there wasn't in that situation. So what did he say to do? It's Friday night, and people after the meal, they go and they walk around Friday night, go for walks. He says, go call an Ashkenazi to come. Because a Sfaradi, according to him, can't put in hot water. Go call an Ashkenazi and let him put the hot water inside the Dafina. So they call a yeshiva boy, Ashkenazi, 18-year-old kid. He says, yeah, what do you want from me? He says, come, pour the hot water in. He's thinking, why can't you do it? Why can't I? He doesn't know the halachot, And the kid was so confused. Well, I'm worse than the Sfaradi. Now, usually they say, in their mind, Sfaradi, but here it's like, take the Ashkenazi and do it. It was a good story. It saved the Dafina of that yeshiva. So again, even though the way that I understand, even from Rabbi Isaiah, even though that Rabbi Shalom Asas is in favor of this, it should be only used when necessary, and it should be done directly from the hot water source. So you take your dafina and put it directly under the urn, and then take it right back, like we spoke about the laws of chazara, not letting it go, and you could do that in a worst case scenario. That's that for today. A few announcements. No Mishlesh Yur, I got to run, I'm sorry. Second is Minchat 6:35, and we're on today for the both shiurim, Zoom shiur at 3:30, and Haftarah shiur tonight at 8:30, Be'ezrat Hashem. Have a good day, everyone. Tam Kol HaShamei Halachot. B'chol Yom Muftach Rosh.